How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back to get another review, and it is Schwarzes, strong beer, Doppelbock, I don't know. Time in the form of Samichlaus Schwarzes. You have no idea how excited I am to drink this beer. I am a huge fan of Samichlaus. It's one of my favorite beers. One of the first beers I drank when I was getting into good beer. Their Hell's very nice, but their classic is in my greatest of all times list, and it's not every day you see a new Samichlaus pop in, and here we have one, a new one. I guess it got released late last year. This is 2015, so beginning of 2015, and I didn't even know it existed until I popped into a six-pack place, saw it, picked it up, and yeah, cannot wait to review it, just because it is such a unique beer. As far as what it says on the bottle, I'm grabbing the bottle because I want to open it. I'm that excited. Schloss Eggenberg, the world's most extraordinary beverage, bottled in 2014. Samichlaus Schwarzes. Schwarzes, not Schwarzes. Malt liquor, 40% alcohol by volume. Castle Brewery Edinburgh, product of Austria. The newest addition to the Samichlaus line is a Schwarzbier, also brewed on December 6th and aged for 10 months. Schwarzbier means black beer in German. It has flavors of spiced rye, dark oak, subtle smoke, and a balance quite nicely with bittering aroma of hops and prior versions of Samichlaus. Oh, balances more with bittering hops than prior versions. Sorry. Bittersweet and complexity is what this new amazing recipe is all about. And that's pretty much it. Label-wise, awesome. Samichlaus label. That's what makes it awesome. Just black. They're they have the red label, the purple label, it's the classic, my favorite, and the black label, hence the Schwarzes, which is black beer. There you go. Yeah, love it. Quintessential labeling. So there you go. Super excited to drink this. Smells like a Samichlaus. I can smell it already. Look at that sucker. Definitely darker. I mean, you expect that, but definitely darker. It looks like an aged Samichlaus classic to me. Yeah, half a finger full of head. What was there? Decently creamy top. You don't really expect much of a head out of a Samichlaus. It's high alcohol content, being that it is a lager. You're not really going to be expecting too much from it with that high ABV. Color-wise, you can glean a little bit of light out of it. It's a nice kind of rubyish color kind of around it, and you can get a little bit through the middle, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it looks like an aged Samichlaus classic to me. See what she smells like. Quintessential Samichlaus. To me, Samichlaus always had this like this plum smell to it, this plum candy smell to it, and it's there, but it's more it does have that kind of smoky wryness to it. So imagine this over the top candied, super candy sweetness, almost like a plum candy sweetness with a bit of like rye, smoked rye malt in there. It just smells beautiful. It's so nice. This is exactly how I like beers to smell. I like beers to smell a bunch of different ways, but this is cash money. Just beautiful sweetness. Like I said, that candied kind of malt with that smoky rye. Beautiful. I'm going to dive right in. Cheers. It's delicious. It is. It actually tastes kind of like a semi-aged classic. It's a bit. Samichlaus always has this like this viscousness to it. It's not syrupy, but it's got this nice density to it. Kind of gains over time. Kind of has that going on in there. Super sweet for some people, maybe a little bit overly sweet, but for me, it stops right before being overly sweet. Really nice sweetness there. And that smoky kind of rye malt going on there is there. It's not huge, but it's definitely, I've drank enough Samichlaus classics to kind of differentiate from that, and it's definitely there. It's a nice twist on the classic recipe. You can tell they took up that base and kind of tweaked it. Absolutely fantastic. Such a unique beer. It's not a beer like any other beer. It's like, they classify it, I mean, they said it's a Schwarzbier, but you kind of just like, just making up names at this point. Even with the Samichlaus Classic or whatever, they're considered Doppelbocks. It's not a Doppelbock. I mean, it's just its own unique style and should have its own unique name for it. Well, it does. It's called Samichlaus. But yeah, I don't even have to talk about it in a way that it'd be like, okay, usually I'm like, oh, if you like this beer, if you like that beer, you like Samichlaus. If you like Samichlaus, you'll like this beer. I mean, it's such a unique style of beer, such a unique take on a beer. If you want something that's sweet, but is on not super malty, but still sweet, it tastes like plum wine, but in a beer form, this is your boy. Well, your classics are Samichlaus. That if you want a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of rye going on, this is your beer. It's just, you know, it's Samichlaus in spirit, just a little bit different. Absolutely delicious. Rating wise, I give it like a 93. Just love it. Absolutely great beer. You know, value and availability. I think I paid $20 for a 4-pack for me. All day, $20 for a 4-pack for this. So I'd give it an 8 on a value scale. And availability, I only saw it one place, so that kind of sucks. It is relatively new. I'm sure it's in the States, but I'm sure not a lot of places order it because it's not like a ton of places order Samichlaus, and it's a newer iteration of Samichlaus. So take that for what it's worth. But yeah, so availability for northeastern Pennsylvania, your mileage may vary, obviously. So for us out here, I'm giving it like a 3 or a 4 on availability, just because it's relatively new, and I'm sure not a lot of places order it. But yeah, Samichlaus Schwarzes. If you're a fan of the Samichlaus line, you will love this beer. It's, like I said earlier, Samichlaus in spirit, but its own entity. Absolutely beautiful. Super sweet beer with a nice rye, slight, subtle rye smoky malt to it. Yeah, beautiful. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you liked it, then like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. If you'd like to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Untapped. Massive beers in all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a beautiful Samichlaus right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.